Hey all, this is Kansai here. So I wanted to do a commentary on this for a couple of reasons. This was first off, because I forgot to turn on my mic during the stream, so my voice isn't there. So that was the main reason. But the other reason is I just wanted to talk about a couple things. This run, the whole reason I even decided to replay is Futari is just because I was a little bit nervous about the idea of returning to this, or Mushihime-sama, after clearing them, because they were my hardest clears by far so far in my shmup journey. Like, it took quite a bit of pain and frustration to get through these. But I didn't want it to just be a one-done. I also didn't just want these two games to be one-done. I did the thing, I cleared it, and never have to play them again kind of thing either. But like, you know, right after beating it, I'm pretty exhausted and don't want to play more of it. And I know a lot of people kind of get the idea, or get the worry, even while they're clearing, that they might not be able to afford to take a break, or they'll like lose everything, or think they'll get way too rusty and it'll take too long to actually catch up to where they were. And that's kind of something I somewhat had a fear of, but also at the same time I wasn't sure how grounded the fear was. And I kind of just, so for this I just kind of decided to turn on a timer and see how well it went, and just also, more importantly, see how much fun it is, like if it's still enjoyable. Like, I know with a lot of I feel like there have been times with like easier games in the past where it was fun, like learning it and clearing it finally, but then it got a little bit more boring after clearing. But just in cases where it's like, oh, it took me a bit, but now I can just kind of clear and not much of what I do matters. Unless I'm scoring, there's not really a goal. I wanted to see how the game held up, just like, and try to go in with the mindset of just, I won't clear immediately also, and just see how it goes. But yeah, there isn't too much to say for the first two stages here. I think at this point we can start getting more into the commentary. I was fairly proud of this run. It took me a little over 4 hours, like 4 hours 20 minutes I'll say. Obviously you can see I put a timer up for this whole thing. This is basically all the runs I did, like timed. But I felt like the few runs I had before this, I had been getting, not 100% of the time, but fairly consistently getting to stage 5. I had a few runs where I like got to stage 4 boss, the big beetle, and just had no bombs and was forced to dodge, and even managed to dodge the entirety of the second and third phases with no miss, no bomb, which I had never done or practiced for, so that felt pretty good. That unfortunately doesn't happen in this run. I also had the luxury of having more bombs. And in my original clear, now that we're about to head up onto it, like, normally I would bomb the squid. Something I feel good about here is I didn't do that, and that is something I had learned to do, getting through one of his nastier patterns. but usually I just said, no, I'm not doing this. I'd rather not risk messing up the pattern. I think I've actually gotten better since then at setting up the pattern to, well, I'll show you when we get there, but... So it'll be in the second phase. I'm sure for the Futari players who know, you'll know the one. And this in general is where I'd say the run actually kinda starts. This is the pattern. Of course. Felt really good, as you can see. Nodding. Felt pleased with that. But yeah, as I said, this is where I'd say the run actually starts. Stage 3, a lot of people will consider this a wall of sorts. I wouldn't say I ever found it to be a wall necessarily, but this stage, like, I actually made it through stage 3 in my first handful of tries, even going for my original clear, playing blind. But this stage does give a lot of pain if you don't know when to bomb. And I can occasionally get away with not bombing much in this stage, and I've gotten some of the routing down. This stage is just a ton of fun to do. I didn't do the most amazing job on this run with not needing bombs. I was forced to use a good many. I made a ton of mistakes. But this whole section is so much fun to dodge. And I enjoy their routing for it as well. That's always a fun dodge to me. Very unnecessary way to do it, but I like doing it. And this is someone who, not hard, I can do it, no miss, no bomb, but there are times where I just get disoriented with one of the Beatles patterns, and I just didn't want to deal with it right now, especially when I have 4 bombs in the tank. Although coming up, I believe we're going to have my first big mistake that required a bomb. And yeah, this is it. Got trapped. But yeah, something I find is a good way to get through these parts is just kind of a sweep and go for all the roly-polies, just kill them as quick as possible. And you can misdirect a little, and that'll usually be able to help get you safely through that without using any bombs. Have to just be careful and dodge a little bit, but you can usually just sweep that entire thing. In pretty much every section of them. I believe here I also decided to take few to no risks since I had all these bombs. I just was like, I'm using them. Not going to let one go to waste if I can help it. A very important lesson for newcomers: just use your bombs. So now I'm going into stage 4, no bombs left. I'm feeling pretty good since I usually, like, getting through stage 3 no miss is a little bit tough. And that sets you up pretty well. Stage 4 isn't as hard as stage 3 in ways, but there are enough spots that can get you. And a lot of it involves trapping. And I believe I at least died once here in stage 4. And I think it's due to a mistake on something I have fairly well routed. Like, I know how I can do it without dying, but I just messed up. But I think not yet. I think right here is, this isn't the place, but this is the part I struggled with a lot, where I very often get trapped. I think here I just ended up trying to stay center screen more than I normally do, and that worked out for me. Then we had this. Oh, this is where I died. I kind of got myself pushed up and messed up pretty bad there. And then I didn't have to really deal with the rush because I already screwed up. And that's... yeah. The rush itself usually isn't too bad, although it can get pretty hairy. And I'm sure you'll notice this is a no scoring run. I just don't even care to score. Main thing I'll say here is just you need to use your focus shot with abnormal palm. I believe Octane has mentioned in his commentary, but the focus shot's range is deceptively wide. And as you can tell, I had to bomb there. I once again trapped myself and making mistakes. But this area is overall fairly chill just because of how many bullet cancels are from the giant grasshoppers. Now we're coming up on the stage 4 boss. This was a kind of messy stage 4 boss, which is unfortunate because I had just come off 2 really clean one bomb. That's the only bomb I used in those runs. One right there. Unfortunately, here I kind of screw up horribly even with bombs in stock. Just run straight into the bullets. That part is very macro heavy. And I think I just bomb here for safety. Yep. So, I think as far as the runs I've been doing in the 2 days leading up to this clear. I think this is the best I've done in terms of lives. So I was a little bit more comfortably set. And I had decided to do a little bit of stage 5 track practice before this. I didn't actually get very far, but I mainly wanted to iron out this part again because I forgot how to deal with it. And it was mostly just rapid shot doing that, and now it's using focus again and kind of trying to stay center screen and make sure I have a way out and just don't get trapped by all the streams of bullets. Because that is something that very often gets me here. And this was a very good stage 5. It was much cleaner than my first clear, so I'm proud of that. So I'm out of bombs now. For the most part, at this point, I'm kind of just I'm just hoping to survive. To at least try not to get killed till the hidden extend. Because that's... I got up to the hidden extend with no lives the last couple runs I got to stage 5. It's kind of dependent on that, whether I can keep the run going or not, of course. Or sorry, the scoring extend, not even the hidden extend yet. Of course, that's also pivotal. And this boss is just super easy, chill moment. Kind of just get the stand in place. And coming up, I don't really remember how to do this very well. So this part makes me a bit nervous. Stage 5 is just a lot of excitement for me. Very difficult stage. Now I'm getting ready to get the extend. Hit it. I even make it down here. Bomb. No lives lost. I'm doing incredibly well. Now, up here, I normally have a bomb plan for not this section, but the section right after it. But I don't have any bombs in the stock, so I figure I'm going to die. But I end up dodging out of my mind here. Like, this is where I'd normally bomb, right here. But I'm able to just get through. I believe I do an around the world, or maybe that was not this run. Like, this entire section is so good. I feel so good about this part. Just incredible. Just raw dodging. I think at this point my heart's racing a little bit. I know I have a shot. I'm not sure how good it is. And there's the first death of the stage. And I just bomb because I don't want to, like, have any tragic chain deaths here, or, like, just lose all my bombs for absolutely no reason. Now, this I do surprisingly well on. For me, anyway. I feel like I waited out quite a bit for those dodges before I bombed and made it well out. And here I feel really good about. I do quite a bit no miss. Honestly, in mid-run I just couldn't even believe what I was doing. I'm about to take my first death for Talarza. At this point, it's pretty much game though. Just have to bomb a couple times, chill. And it's done with a extra life in the tank. I was pretty proud of this run. It was a lot of fun doing this again. Like, I think I can say, even if it's been a long time, like, I hadn't really played Futari or cleared in over a year. Like, I did this clear in October of last year. Almost a year. And I didn't immediately clear, of course, but like, you know, that's kind of to be expected. But I didn't have to learn everything over again. It didn't take me a long time to get this clear. And it was just fun. I wasn't even playing for score. I think it's worth noting that these games can be played kind of and enjoyed, like, after you clear them kind of casually. And I think Futari is like obviously not your first cave game, but I think it's a better pick, I want to say, even if it might be harder than Mushihime-sama 1.0. It's kind of got a nicer learning curve, I think. Like, just, it's a lot smoother of an experience because, crap, stages 1 and 2 are, whoops. Yeah, this is the point where I realize I have my mic off. God damn it. Oh man. That's unfortunate, but fuck, that was so good. Ah, fuck. Yeah, thanks. Oh my god, I did not realize my mic was muted that entire time. 90% of the time, yes, I was hyper-focused. I tried to reply to you, like, in between stages, but... Oh, man. Oh, that was so good. I can't believe how well I did on Larsa that time. Oh my god. Like, how much of that I just dodged without bombs was amazing. That was so fucking good. I cannot believe that. Dude, DOJ is fucking hard. Like, this is much easier than DOJ. Anyways, that was my clearing. As you can see, I was pretty happy about clearing. But yep, that's it. See ya.